So we have mushroom totems and mushroom logs with plug spawn in them in our woods. The first year we did lion's mane in totems. And we put them back in our woods. Here, I'll give you a shot of our woods real quick. As you can see, you get back there, it's all spruce and red pine. So it's pretty dark back there. So we thought, oh, stays damp, dark, good place for mushrooms. Well, it's about 500 feet or so from our house, and we only go back there either to get mushrooms or the occasional walk to the back part of the property, backish part of the property back there. And we had a lion's mane our first year we did spawn. We're like, oh, cool, it's starting. Like, we're gonna let it get bigger. We let it go for about a week. We go back there. The freaking squirrels ate it. So this is our current mushroom setup. So these right here are our first year totems that we did. Lion's mane and shiitake. It didn't really, they didn't actually produce all that well. We had a pretty dry year that first year, and they haven't produced since. This is I haven't moved of our last year's that we did, or 2 years ago. So I believe these are olive oysterling. The empty spots right here on these pieces of wood was where the lion's mane are. And then we have our plug spawn that are our shiitakes. So you saw on the walk back here, it's a little ways back here, so I'm actually moving all of them back up front. So they'll still be in a somewhat shaded area. It's not quite as damp back here, or up there, but it's still shaded enough that I think we'll be able to do it. And if it is dry, like last year, Minnesota, epic drought as far as Minnesota goes. It's not saying much for some of you more arid region people, but it was pretty hard on a lot of things like that. So if it gets dry like that again, it's 50 feet from the hose. Really easy to mist them and keep them moist. So this is where we're putting it now. So I believe these are the olive oysterling, and what I've moved so far, the lion's mane. As you can see, that's our house in the background. And if you look around, there's a bunch of maples and an oak tree. So it's pretty shaded back here. I'm hoping this will work out pretty well for us. just have our spawn log sitting on top of a small dead tree that was down. It's not ideal, it works, but I don't really like the idea of the log butts being so close to the ground, even though they are on little pieces of wood, which helps. There's just too much of a chance for it to take up something else. As you can see, there's some plugs missing that the critters took out. There's some there. Lesson learned, having stuff too far away from the house. Alright, here's what we got so far. Our small-ish log crib. Each of those logs is between 4 and 5 feet long. And then we have, I believe, our olive oysterling. Also, we have our lion's mane right here. Like I said, right there's the house. The hose is right next to that mini split over there, just behind the puppy.